National anthems. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. 'Cause that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
This is Oil Country. With the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
The Edmonton Oilers host the Chicago Blackhawks. Good evening, Cam Moon, along with Bob Stauffer. We have got Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, Brendan Escott, Jack Michaels. We are the Oilers Radio Network. Go to our starting lineup. Brought to you by Coventry Homes. Flexibility within reach. Get back in the game with customizable designs by Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers. For the Oilers up front, it'll be Leon Draisaitl with Vasily Podkolzin and Derek Ryan. On defense, Matthias Ekholm and Evan Bouchard. Calvin Pickard starts in net. For Chicago, Connor Bedard with Nick Foligno and Teuvo Teravainen. On defense, Alec Martinez and Seth Jones. Peter Mrazek starts in goal. The referees, Eric Furlot and Mitch Dunning, Ryan Gibbons and Travis Toomey. They're on the lines. We drop the puck. We're underway here at Rogers Place. The Oilers and the Blackhawks. Puck goes into the Chicago zone. Off the left wing board, sent to the blue line where Bouchard will keep it into Draisaitl. Rolls it in behind the net, comes around to the left, Podkolzin off the left wing boards to the blue line. Bouchard to Ekholm, right wing for Draisaitl. He'll go cross through the middle, and Bedard, or make that Teravainen, was able to get it out left wing to Foligno, and he'll dump it into the Oilers zone. Teravainen after it in the right corner. Trying to poke it low to Bedard. Instead, it goes back to the blue line. Jones mishandles it, and it went back in. That's offside against Chicago. We're 36 seconds gone here in a scoreless first period.
Brendan Escott pointing out Zane Ryan was on the ice as the Scotiabank kid.
Oh, nice.
So that's Derek Ryan.
Yes.
Instead of, we were thought, Jesus, they changed the lines here on us and we didn't know about it, or what's going on? So Leon started.
Although we expect him to be playing with Jeff Skinner and Victor Arvidsson. Puck dumped into the Blackhawks zone, and Vlasic goes back forward. He's got Hyman right on him, and it's rimmed up the right wing. Anderson's able to chop it off the right wing boards and able to get it out. Now to TJ Brody. He'll bring it into the Oiler end. Now on the right wing. Right side, Mikheyev dumped it in behind the net into the skates of Jason Dickinson. Nugent Hopkins will dig it loose, and we'll go up the right wing to the blue line. We'll get it out. Takes a bump. Puck along the right wing boards. And just shot into the Chicago end. Brody, side his own zone for Chicago, now to Vlasic. We're scoreless. We're here in the first. The Oilers taking on Chicago. Tomorrow, Calgary's in town. Back-to-back games for the Oilers here this weekend. Brought in by Draisaitl into the Blackhawks zone. Left wing corner. Along the left wing boards, Jeff Skinner got checked. Kurashev will get it up the right wing now to Bertuzzi. He'll get it out. Emberson will turn it up in his own blue line. Right wing to Arvidsson. One touches it. On the right side, Kulak will get into the right wing corner. Brett Kulak playing in game 500 of his NHL career. It's along the boards inside Chicago territory and up over the stick of Bertuzzi. It doesn't get out. Draisaitl down the left wing. Just missed. Jeff Skinner with it. Bertuzzi in front of his net. Gets the stick lifted by Arvidsson. He's going to keep it in. Now to Draisaitl. Back to Arvidsson. He got dumped down. And Taylor Hall will bring it out for Chicago down the right wing. Into the Oiler end. Cuts to the middle. He'll shoot it. Save made by Pickard. And the rebound picked up and up the right wing. Bouchard will get it out to Draisaitl. Over the center ice line. He'll dump it in. Pickard stopped 5 of 6 in the last 28-52 of the opening season, or the home opener for Edmonton. That 6-0 loss against Winnipeg on Wednesday. Puck brought out. Athanasiou into the Oiler and pass across to Donato, and that is picked off by Ekholm. He'll get it up the right wing. Now on the right side, Janmark drives to the net, runs into Mrazek. Mrazek hasn't got up yet. The shot from the point doesn't get through. Now Mrazek gets up, and the puck cleared out. Donato into the Oiler end. Lost the puck going the other way. Brown will shoot it towards the net. Mrazek had to go get his stick, and he scurries back just in time to make the save, and the puck cleared out. Dermott was in behind the Edmonton bench. We're scoreless here in the first, just over 3 minutes gone. Plays it down the left wing. It's icing against the Oilers, and Mrazek was a little upset that he got drilled into the net on that drive.
He got popped pretty good by Janmark, who can skate. You know, we both think, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but when you don't have McLeod and you don't have Holloway off last year's team in your bottom six, it's a different dimension. Not quite the same pace, but they do have Janmark and Brown who can scoot pretty good.
Face off to the right of Calvin Pickard. Last year, Pickard 12-7-1 in 23 appearances with the Oilers. 1-1 in the playoffs. Back to the left wing. Bedard up to the blue line. Cross ice off the stick. Teravainen. It goes in behind the Edmonton net. Dermott will poke it up the right wing. It hits Hyman's skate. Bedard's going to keep it in for Chicago. To Teravainen. Lost it. It goes down the right side. Foligno for Chicago. Back to the blue line to Jones. He'll shoot it. Save made by Pickard. The rebound goes right to Nurse. And Nurse on the right wing will find McDavid. Into the Chicago end. Cuts through the middle. Right wing to Hyman. The backhand just wide of the net. Mia got a piece of Mrazek.
What a chance for Zach Hyman.
Teravainen on the left. Can't get it out. Kept in by Emberson of the Oilers. Still scoreless here on the first. Just over 4 minutes gone. We're at Rogers Place. Edmonton hosting Chicago. Perry in behind the net with it for Edmonton. Goes over to the right side. Shoots towards the net. And is saved by Mrazek. He holds on to it.
Those were going in for Hyman last year. Of course, he had 54 goals. But McDavid created time and space. Dragged 2 men across the middle of the ice and dropped it back short side after an excellent stretch pass from Darnell Nurse to open up the ice for Connor.
Face off to the left of Mrazek. 0-1 so far this year. Stopped 22 of 26. Now 5-2 loss at Utah. That was the season opener for Chicago. Puck flipped into the Oiler bench. And then a 2-1 overtime loss last night in Winnipeg for the Blackhawks. They'll continue the road trip Tuesday. They will be in Calgary.
Calgary here tomorrow.
Yes.
Flames playing the Flyers tonight. Philly in here on Tuesday.
Oil Kings at home at noon on Monday against Vancouver.
That's a noon start, eh?
Yeah, noon. I'm going to watch a lot of baseball after that. Puck gets dumped into the Chicago end right wing. Kaiser up the right side to Bertuzzi. His pass on the left for Hall. Too far for him. Goes into the Oiler end. Pickard gets the puck up to the right side. Top of the circle. Bertuzzi keeping it in for Chicago. Now Perry through the middle, a bouncing puck. Derek Ryan on the left. Gave it to Podkolzin. He'll dump it in. Mrazek set it. Kaiser, the left wing to Hall. Now to Kurashev at center ice. Finds Bertuzzi on the right wing. Just in over the blue line to Kurashev on the right side. Pumps it in behind the net. Pickard to Ekholm. Got it up to the point. Kept in by Brody. Goes off to Jeff Skinner. Now he'll get control behind his own goal. For Matthias Ekholm. Has room up the middle. Flies it up the left side where he finds Draisaitl in over the line. Draisaitl waiting. The pass to Jeff Skinner to the blue line. Ekholm. He'll shoot it. Save made by Mrazek. The puck goes to the end boards. Arvidsson got it back to the left wing point. Ekholm over to Bouchard on the right. Tried to go through the middle. Hit Athanasiou. It'll go to Draisaitl. His shot sails wide of the net. Goes to the left wing corner. Ekholm in from the blue line. It's up against the boards. Brody over to Vlasic. Vlasic back to Brody. Missed him with the pass. Draisaitl will keep it in. We're scoreless here in the first. Just about 6 minutes gone here in the opening period. Bouchard in from the right wing point. Puck goes to the corner. Vlasic will flip it. Won't get it out. Draisaitl across. The one-timer ripped just wide of the net. As it was hammered by Arvidsson, it'll go all the way down the ice.
But those two have a little bit of chemistry. Leon and Victor Arvidsson. Still looking for something to develop between Skinner and Leon.
Connor Brown to center for Edmonton. Off the left wing boards and in. Goes in behind the net. Trimmed around by Martinez. It comes out. Nurse on the left to Dermott. He's going to get hit by Dickinson. Adam Henry. Cross ice to Janmark. Comes in on the right wing. Now to Connor Brown. Brown to the middle. Dermott will shoot it. Save made by Mrazek. And the rebound up to the top of the circle. It's bouncing around. Kept in by Henrique. Over to the right wing for Connor Brown. Brown to Nurse off the right side. Goes to the corner. Centering pass off of the netminder Mrazek. Anderson behind his net for Jones. Henrique gets in front of him. Takes it away to the middle. Here's Nurse. His shot. And that one blocked in front of the net. And up the left side, it's Dickinson to get it out.
Oilers have had some chances here.
Up the right wing. Off of McDavid. It goes deep into the Chicago zone. Vlasic over to Bedard. Connor Bedard spins on the right wing. Over to Vlasic. He'll get to center ice. Dump it into the Oilers zone. Pickard got it around the right wing boards. Foligno. Teravainen missed it. Goes in behind the Edmonton net. Bouchard up the left side off a stick, and it rockets into the Chicago bench. And we get the whistle. We're going to take a break. We played 7 minutes, 33 seconds of a scoreless first period as the Oilers host Chicago here at Rogers Place. This is For Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Today you can
offer. We're here at Rogers Place. Oilers and the Blackhawks scoreless. 7:33 gone in the first period. Tonight's Oilers 50-50 is presented by Rogers. It's in support of Every Kid Deserves a Shot, shaping the future of kids across oil country through the transformative power of hockey. Total jackpot right now over $910,000. Puck shot into the Chicago zone. Bedard right corner to Jones. Rims on the right. Teravainen couldn't get it out. It's chopped through the middle and skating onto it. Bedard in over the line. Little move over to the back and got knocked down. Gets it across the shot, and that somehow stays out. May have got a piece of Pickard or it hit the bar.
They might be looking at this. I thought it went inside post.
Up to the middle. Foligno will shoot it, and that's stick save made by Pickard. Now bounced towards the Edmonton net. Swatted out of the air by Bouchard. Bedard goes in behind the goal to the left wing point. Vlasic. Left side to Bedard. Across. The one-timer. Great save by Pickard coming across off of Teravainen, and he holds onto it. Teravainen with a one-timer off the right wing. Good stop made by Calvin Pickard. Just went off the crossbar.
Oilers lucky.
Yeah. Bedard with the little spinorama, and he got knocked down by Bouchard.
The Oilers had two players let that puck evade them and go right back in front. And Pickard got bailed out by the bar.
Yeah. And then made a very good stop off of Teravainen. Face off to the left of Pickard. Scoreless here in the first. Kulak. Stony Plain product up the right wing. Game 500 for Brett Kulak. Down the right wing and over the line to Skinner. Right wing corner to Draisaitl to the middle. The one-timer by Arvidsson just wide of the net. Put towards the goal and gloved by Mrazek. He'll hold on to that. It'll be a face-off in the Chicago end.
I don't know what game number it was for Brett Kulak back in 2015, but there was a play in which Connor McDavid, as a rookie, went one-on-one with him and walked about 3 guys, and he was the last man standing. And McDavid, in a game in which Connor already had 2 goals in that game, very unlucky not to have scored. Taylor Hall was with Edmonton at that time.
Hall gets that off the boards and out. Draisaitl into his own end. To the middle of Arvidsson. One touches. To Kulak. Now to Draisaitl. Draisaitl up to center ice. Right wing to Arvidsson. They get the puck into the Chicago zone. Draisaitl across to the middle. The one-time shot saved by Mrazek off of Emberson. He was able to step into that. His cross-ice pass, though, is knocked down by Bertuzzi, and he'll get it out on the right wing. Give it to Kurashev. They'll dump it to the right wing corner of the Oiler end. 10:49 to go here. Scoreless first. Oilers hosting Chicago. Puck cleared out. Kaiser with it at center ice for the Blackhawks. Cross to Murphy. Now to Kaiser, the left wing, directed in by Maroon. Dermott to Kulak. Into the middle of Derek Ryan. Comes out through center. Dishes on the left to Perry. Into the Chicago zone. Across puck. Colson in front to Ryan. And the pad save made by Mrazek. And the puck cleared out by Murphy. Good looking play for Perry, Ryan, and Podkolzin. But Mrazek keeps it out. Puck rimmed up the right wing. Anderson will clear for Chicago.
Oilers have had 2 great opportunities in this game. And Mrazek's been terrific. Hyman couldn't quite finish one, and that time, what a chance for Derek Ryan.
Nurse with it in behind the Oiler net. 7-3 are the shots in favor of Edmonton, but the game's still waiting for its first goal. Puck sent off the right wing boards. It comes out. Martinez to Jones through the middle. Directed in by Anderson. Now Dickinson to the left wing corner for Chicago. Goes in behind the net. It's on the end boards. Taken away by Nurse. Up the right wing. We're able to flip it up, down the ice, flying after it. Janmark, they'll call that icing. Crowd doesn't agree.
I agree with the crowd.
Yeah, they might have a point.
But the Oilers blew a stationary breakout. Before that, what a chance.
That was a 3-on-3 that out of that chance.
Perfectly executed. Put Colson to Perry. Put Colson to Ryan.
What started as a 3-on-3 at the Chicago blue line resulted in Derek Ryan all alone. Puck back to the point. Jones will blast it high and wide at the Edmonton net. Puck along the boards, inside the right wing corner into the skates with Teravainen. Now it's around and on the right wing for Edmonton, Travis Dermott. Back to Nurse. All the way out to center ice, but it goes to Seth Jones. Give it to Bedard, and that's offside at the Edmonton blue line. 9:03 to go here in a scoreless first period as the Oilers host Chicago. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We are here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 9:03 to go in a scoreless first.
Lots of chances for Edmonton, just can't finish. And some solid goaltending for Peter Mrazek.
It's been very good. Mrazek 3-6-0 in his career against the Edmonton Oilers. Through the middle, Teravainen directs it in. Bouchard on the end boards. Ties up with Foligno. Teravainen and McDavid are in there as well. Puck comes right out through the slot to the blue line where it's kept in by Jones. Teravainen will shoot it. Bad save made by Pickard, turned up by McDavid. He'll give it to Hyman. In over the Chicago line. Trying to get it to Nugent Hopkins. Got spun around by Vlasic. Puck goes to the corner. Nugent Hopkins on the end boards. To the left wing corner is Nugent Hopkins. To the blue line for Ekholm. Now to Bouchard on the right wing point. Right wing boards to McDavid. He'll walk out to the middle. The shot just wide on the glove side of Mrazek. And the puck near the blue line And it's Foligno to get it out through the middle. Flip it into the Oilers' end. Bouchard, right wing to McDavid. Gathers speed at center. Comes into the Chicago zone. Down the right side. Will put it on net. Pad save made by Mrazek. Arvidsson brings it up top of the circle. Cycles the puck to Jeff Skinner. Back to the right wing point. Emberson kept it in for Edmonton. To Kulak. Couldn't get that through to Skinner. Bertuzzi will bring it out for Chicago at center ice. He'll dump it into the right corner. 7:40 to go here. Scoreless first. Bertuzzi in on the forecheck. Skinner gets the puck for the Oilers. Cross ice pass. That glance off a skate. Stays in. Kurashev will walk in across. The shot and the save by Pickard sliding across. Taylor Hall had the one-timer off the right wing. Didn't get all of it, but Pickard made the save and held on.
Connor McDavid leading the rush up the ice. A 1-on-4 job and hot pass his former roommate, Taylor Hall. Martinez angled him off. They brought in Martinez and TJ Brody, two older veterans. And Kevin Korchinski's in the minors. Cam?
After playing the entire year in Chicago last year.
The Chicago Blackhawks have 8 first-round picks over a 3-year run. And only Connor Bedard is in the game tonight. They'll be pretty good in a couple years, but they got a lot of 30-year-olds and a couple of them on expiring deals. Korchinski will be in the NHL next season.
For sure.
For sure. Maybe at some point later this year.
Kaiser.
You know what's crazy? If they don't do the Doc deal, they have Bedard and Doc as their top 2 centers.
At center ice, Kurashev had to go by him. Nurse and get the puck in. Brown to the middle to Janmark. Off the stick, goes to the left wing corner. Henrique to the blue line. To Dermott across to Nurse. Back to Travis Dermott. On the left wing to Henrique. Centering pass. Looking for Janmark. Went off of the netminder Mrazek. It's behind the goal. Connor Brown. Centering pass. Hits a stick and it goes into the slot. And Donato will get it high in the air and out for Chicago. Stepping up on the play is Nurse. Into the Chicago zone right wing. Rims on the left. Vlasic's able to push it past Derek Ryan. It comes out. 6:35 to go here. Scoreless first. The Oilers taking on Chicago. Side his own end is Emberson. Has to go high in the air and out. Bouncing puck in the Chicago zone. Maroon. Right out to center. Just past Athanasiou. It goes into the Oiler end. So Kulak. Left wing to Podkolzin. He'll get it out to center ice. Brody will take it back into his own end and now give the puck away. Podkolzin to Perry. He'll put it on net and swatted aside by Mrazek. Trying to push it ahead to himself was Perry, and it went right to the netminder. Puck back to the left wing point. Shot from the point by Kulak. Tipped wide of the net. It's on the right wing. Podkolzin misses Emberson on the right side. It goes down the ice.
Good energy, though, from the Oilers. But no goals yet.
5:42 to go here in the first period. Emberson up the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. He'll bring it in. Put it in behind the goal. Gets rimmed on the left. Anderson's able to get it up the left side and out. Ekholm to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins to Matthias Ekholm. Through the middle to McDavid. Into the Chicago end. On the left to Hyman. His shot. It bounces off the end boards. It hits Mrazek. Jones out from behind his net for the Blackhawks. Up the left side for Ilya Mikheyev. Now to Jones. Brings it in right wing. Shoots it off the arm of Pickard. Puck comes up the right wing. Right to McDavid. And lost it at the blue line. The whole thing goes offside. 5 minutes to go here. Scoreless first. The Oilers hosting the Blackhawks. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. Rogers Place, Oilers and the Chicago Blackhawks. Scoreless. We've got exactly 5 minutes to go here in the opening period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Oilers with 9 shots on net. Chicago with 6. And the face-off outside the Chicago blue line. Draisaitl, Arvidsson, and Skinner out there with Dermott and Nurse. And it's Foligno, Teravainen, Bedard on the ice for Chicago with Jones and Vlasic as Arvidsson was able to one-hand the puck into the Chicago end. On the right wing, Draisaitl to the blue line. Shot by Dermott, right on net, and glove by Mrazek. He'll hold on to that.
You saw the Oil Kings today, 5-1 victory, so you've had a game already played on this sheet today.
Yes.
Over your former team, the Red Deer Rebels. What'd you think?
I thought the Oil Kings looked very good. You can just see a year older, a year better. I think they're going to be very competitive in that division. Puck rolls in front of the goal. We'll go over to the boards, and on the left side, Arvidsson unable to hold it in, but the Oilers still have possession. Draisaitl cross ice to Arvidsson. That's just smacked away from him. Comes out to center ice. Bedard will dump it left wing corner. Draisaitl up the boards. Vlasic in from the blue line. Puck goes into the slot. Teravainen will shoot it. Save made by Pickard. Puck comes back. Teravainen on the left wing. His shot. Pickard the stop. Held on. Foligno was right in front of the net looking for a redirection.
Not liking this matchup for Edmonton. I wonder whether or not we see a flip of Nugent Hopkins and Skinner. Put Skinner with McDavid and Hyman, and then have Nugent Hopkins maybe help support Leon Draisaitl a bit. Clearly, Arvidsson has got a connectivity and a fit there.
Face off to the right of Pickard. Puck goes to Kaiser, left wing point. To the middle, to Hall. He'll shoot it, scores! The shot by Hall just bled through, went over to Kurashev, and Kurashev shoots it from a couple of feet out to put Chicago up 1-0.
Keep losing faceoffs, and Chicago's a poor faceoff team last year. But they've won a couple draws in the Oilers' zone, and there was a switch-off error, and it looked like Brown and Henry to start this one. And then a long-range bomber triple deflection on the play. Kurashev deflects it home, 1-0 for the Hawks.
Bertuzzi had his stick in there as well for Chicago, but I think it'll be Kurashev's goal. But yeah, that shot by Hall just kind of got through into the slot. Kurashev took a swat at it, and it's 1-0 for Chicago. 15:50 time of that goal to make it 1-0. Puck flipped into the Blackhawks zone. Hawks were up 1-0 on Winnipeg last night. Jets scored late and then scored in overtime to win it, both by Mark Scheifele. Here's Hall through the middle of Kurashev. Off his stick, goes right down to Pickard. He's going to cover that. And hold on with 3:39 to go here in the first period. Oilers still looking for their first goal of the season. They've had opportunity in this period. But Mrazek's made plenty of good saves. Kurashev from Hall and Kaiser at 15:50.
Thought that was a line that Edmonton needed to get to, but it was a line they need to get to with one of their top two offensive lines.
David wins the draw. Ekholm up the left wing, but that hits Bedard, and the puck will stay in.
Why are you backing off?
Bedard goes cross ice to Teravainen, and he'll center that, and that's knocked away by the stick of Calvin Pickard. Left wing, Nugent Hopkins will get it out. Nugent Hopkins at 699 career points. He'll give it to Hyman, in over the line to McDavid, waiting, shooting off the outside of the net, went off the arm of Mrazek. The puck in behind the goal now. Another great chance for Edmonton. Puck cleared out off of Bouchard. Teravainen into the Oilers zone. Almost got it through to Bedard, but the puck cleared out. Hyman to Bouchard at the Edmonton blue line. Now to Ekholm, back to Evan Bouchard, cuts through the middle. Brings the puck in, will shoot it, launches off a stick over the glass out of play with 2:49 to go here in the first. Edmonton down 1-0 to Chicago.
I mean, the Oilers have had 4 grade A scoring chances in this game and haven't been able to finish. 2-on-1 there. And
just off the outside of the net.
Great look. Excellent setup from Hyman. McDavid made the right decision to shoot the puck. And Mrazek fought it off.
And Brody was sliding in front, kind of forced the shot
right
to the outside.
There was no pass option.
Yeah, there was no pass option. And there was no option to shoot to the middle of the net either, or like to the far side because of Brody. It goes to the right corner. Up to the blue line. Perry trying to keep it in, but it's Mikheyev to get it out. To Joey Anderson off the left wing boards. Into the Oiler end. Derek Ryan.
Where's that going?
Around to Podkolzin, who gets there. There's to Podkolzin. Floats it to the middle. Dermott up the right wing to Corey Perry. Over center ice, he'll drill it in cross corner. Anderson will clear it out. Dermott on the right to Perry. Softly dump the puck in. Cole's going to go after it. He'll run into Seth Jones. And Maroon able to get it out for Chicago. Kulak's got to go wheel in behind his net. Draisaitl will pick it up. And it's Leon Draisaitl through center ice. Right through the middle. Gets into the Chicago end. Knocked off his stick. Murphy up the boards. Get it to the line and just out. Emberson for Edmonton. On the right wing will dump it in. Murphy around, can't get it out. Draisaitl kept it in only for a moment as Donato cleared it. Ooh, big hit right at the bench as Maroon run into Kulak. Almost put him right into the Chicago bench. Kulak comes back into his own end, picks it up. Both teams making some changes here as Kulak gets to center and shoots it in. 1:20 to go here in the first. 1-0 Chicago leads on the goal by Philip Kurashev. Puck in behind the Chicago net. Draisaitl over to the right wing boards. Puck goes to Kurashev though. We'll try Taylor Hall, right corner. He'll give it away to Draisaitl. Here's Draisaitl off the post. And the puck sent up near the blue line. How did that not go in the net?
Are they ever going to score this year?
Oh, Kurashev trying to get it out. If that doesn't go in, what will? Now maybe a 2-on-1 break. Kurashev into the Oilers zone down the right side. Across to Bertuzzi. It was over his stick. Too much sauce on the pass. And the puck sent up to the left wing side. Out over the blue line. 34 seconds to go in this first period. 1-0 Chicago.
I can't believe the chances Edmonton's had.
Unbelievable. Nugent Hopkins, get it out. Give it to Hyman. Cross ice to Nugent Hopkins. Goes into the Chicago zone. 18 seconds to go in the period. McDavid in on the forecheck. Puck rimmed. Bouchard in from the right point. Kept it in for the Oilers off the right wing boards. Now to McDavid. Back to the blue line to Bouchard. To McDavid. Left wing. Ekholm. Left wing corner. Centering pass off a stick. Goes to the left side again. Ekholm will shoot in. That just misses as the period comes to a close. 1-0 Chicago leads after 20 minutes of play. The Oilers have had plenty of opportunity. They just haven't been able to beat.
They can't buy a goal.
No, either Mrazek or the post in the case of Leon Draisaitl.
It's incredible.
It's a Moon and Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. 1-0 Chicago leading Edmonton. We're getting ready for the second period of play. After creating 14 new millionaires in Alberta and setting a new record with a $21 million jackpot in the Stanley Cup final, the Oilers 50-50 presented by Rogers is now live. That total right now, $987,000 and climbing. Our next lucky winner could be drawn tonight. Buy your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/5050. Draisaitl, Skinner, Arvidsson to start up front with Ekholm and Bouchard for Edmonton. The Bedard line out for Chicago, so Foligno and Teravainen. Jones and Martinez on defense. We're underway here in the second period as Draisaitl will throw it into the Chicago end. It goes down to the right side. Arvidsson swings it back on the left. It comes back to Draisaitl. Now over to Bouchard on the right wing boards. Got the puck to Jeff Skinner. Pulls it off the right side. Shoots it. And that one blocked by Martinez. And it'll go out of play.
Well, the Oilers have had some zone time. Cam, you got to get more shots. I mean, the bottom line is, you take a look at, Blackhawks blocked 8 shots in that opening period. Edmonton, too many missed opportunities. 6 missed shots in the first period. Several in tight around the goal.
McDavid out of the right wing corner. To Zach Hyman, top of the circle right side. To McDavid, to the point. Bouchard will shoot it. That's off a stick. Goes wide of the net. Teravainen will get it up in the air. Down the ice, icing the call against Chicago.
Quick out-of-town update for Pizza 73. They're in the first intermission. The Flames were badly outshot at home. They had a significant emotional recognition of Johnny Gaudreau, but they're up 2-0. Dustin Wolf in goal. He had at least 18 saves because at one point the shots were 18-9 in that period for the Philadelphia Flyers. Oh, look who's out. Take a look.
Draisaitl out there with McDavid and Hyman. Puck on the left wing point. Ekholm right side to Bouchard. Now to Draisaitl. Just barely keep it in, but the puck will go to Jones. He's being pressured by Zach Hyman. Jones behind his net to Martinez. Rims it off the glass and out of play.
Quick loading up the top line there, maybe just for an ozone draw.
After the icing.
Yeah. And in fact, Nugent Hopkins is going to replace Draisaitl and go back on this line here. Got to get going. We're 4 periods into the season. The Oilers have not scored. And the last time I checked, it is difficult to win hockey games if you don't score.
Really, really hard, yes. Puck sent behind the Chicago goal. Brody will get it out and give it to Anderson. Over center ice, skips it in, Pickard out of his net. Jams it over to the boards, but it is Anderson down to Dickinson. Comes over to the right wing, pinned by Dermott. They got it in their skates. Trying to dig this thing loose as Dickinson almost had it. Now he does. It's hit in the right wing corner by McDavid. Stays with it. Gets it in front of the net. Goes through the slot right to Hyman. He'll skate it out for Edmonton down the right wing. Into the Chicago zone. Taken out hard by Vlasic.
That's a great hit by Vlasic. He's a heck of a defenseman. They signed him to a 6-year extension, Cam, at $4.6 million.
Puck goes in behind the Oiler net as it was shot in by Mikheyev. Kurashev, the goal scorer in the first period for Chicago, behind the net to Mikheyev. They'll take it over to the right. Mikheyev to the top of the circle. Cycles it. Kurashev taken out behind the goal. Bertuzzi will get it back to the left wing point. Kaiser over to Murphy. Puts it off the corner boards. Looking for the ricochet. Bertuzzi will pass it back to the point. Nugent Hopkins broke it up. He got it out. Passed through the middle to Henrique. Just knocked out of the air by Kaiser. Otherwise, Henrique may have been sprung on a breakaway. Icing call against Chicago. We played 2 minutes, 25 seconds of the second, and it's 1-0 for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, Vlasic just belted the Edmonton Oilers. Zach Hyman there off the rush.
Perfect takeout. Just wedged him up against the boards. Face off to the right of Mrazek. Perfect so far.
Edmonton keeps losing
shots.
draws, though.
Yeah.
This is not a good face-off team. They didn't have one face-off man over 50% going into this game.
Long shot by Hall wide of the goal. Murphy to the right corner for Hall. Brings it up top of the circle in the Oilers zone across to Murphy. His one-timer save made by Pickard. The rebound to the middle of the ice, and it's Arvidsson to bring it out. He'll come down the left wing. And the Chicago will cut across the middle, and it'll be a penalty, and the Edmonton Oilers are about to go on the power play.
Tanner Hall didn't like that call, but he was reaching. Trying to get his game back. It wasn't actually Tanner Hall, it was Connor Murphy going to...
Taylor Hall was complaining either way, though.
Yeah.
Nope.
Connor Murphy. He's got 2 years left on a $4.4 million deal. They acquired Connor Murphy in that trade for Nicholas Shermelson, who was one of Coach Quenneville's favorites. So, Oilers power play on the ice.
Went 0 for 1 against Winnipeg on Wednesday.
They only got the one chance, eh?
Yeah.
And they again another face-off loss.
It's presented. Puck sent down the ice. Power play presented by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Penalty kill of the Blackhawks, 3 for 3 so far this season. Puck brought in on the right wing and then swatted out by Foligno, and he's going to chase after it, the Oiler end. But Bouchard will get to it first, but now Foligno is the one that steals the puck. Shimmies around in the corner with it. To the right wing point for Jones. Behind the net to Foligno, takes it right corner. Oilers can't get possession. Now Foligno had his pocket picked by Nugent Hopkins, and he'll find Draisaitl up the right wing. Comes into the Chicago zone, up against the right wing boards. Following up is Hyman. Still have it on the right wing. To the blue line. To Bouchard. He'll go across to McDavid on the left. To Bouchard in the middle. Bouchard comes over near the left wing point. To McDavid, left side, top of the circle. He'll skate towards the net. He'll pass it in front, went right through the crease. Now Draisaitl to Nugent Hopkins. Goes off his stick and cleared out by Anderson. 45 seconds to go in the man advantage. 1-0 Chicago leads. Just over 4 minutes gone here in the second period. Bringing it out through the middle, McDavid into the Chicago zone, now left side, shoots, save, made by Mrazek, hit him in the left shoulder, puck on the point, right side to Bouchard, across to Nurse. Nurse through the middle of the ice, it goes off a body over to Perry, got knocked down, crowd reacts to the non-call, puck on the left wing, Nurse to the blue line, to Bouchard on the right wing, Arvidsson, he whistles his shot high and wide, puck comes around and it's cleared out. Carolina. Center ice is Perry. Left wing to Arvidsson. Penalty just about done. To the left wing point to Nurse. To Arvidsson. Penalty now done. On the right side. Shot save made by Mrazek. Rebound scores! A bank shot by Corey Perry. And the Oilers have tied the game at 1.
Technically, Edmonton still hasn't scored. That's an own goal for the Chicago Blackhawks that goes Edmonton's way. I believe that's known as a fortuitous bounce. Perry swats at it and it deflects in off of the Hawks defender.
Hit Brody. The Oilers will definitely take it, though.
They don't ask you how.
No, exactly.
I mean, that was ugly with a capital U.
Corey Perry at 4:55. And the Edmonton Oilers have tied the game up at 1. Bedard through the middle, that's picked off. Brought in by Brown, over to Janmark. His shot, that one goes off the shoulder of Mrazek. Puck at the blue line, kept in by Henrique. Down the left wing, Janmark to the middle of the ice, but nobody there for the Oilers. Skinner's going to pick up the assist on that goal. Jeff Skinner had the shot off the right wing. Perry picked up the rebound and banked it in off of TJ Brody. Puck deep into the Oilers zone. Tied at 1 here in the second period. Donato on the right wing to the blue line to Brody. Puts it off the corner boards. Goes to the side of the Oiler net. Pickard will cover it up. It'll draw a crowd in behind the goal. Ekholm picking up an assist as well. So Perry from Skinner and Ekholm at 4:55.
I got to tell you, I think they'll pull those assists off.
Well, but he banked it off him. If it was shot in the net by Brody, then
Sure.
there would be no assist. If you bank it off a guy, I think the assists will stand.
Edmonton had a good chance. Again, Mrazek has been excellent. Oilers.
Oh, yes.
Janmark coming in, giving the stick there to Patty Maroon. Oilers don't have a lot of toughness in the NHL right now. Josh Brown was signed to provide some of that as a number 60, and did he pound the snot out of a guy yesterday from Coachella Valley after he threw a big hit. Now, to the credit of the guy from Coachella Valley, Nicholas, I believe it's pronounced Brouillard, he stepped up in weight class because he was defending a teammate. But the linesman jumped in quickly after Brown landed some bombs.
Puck gets into the Chicago zone. Perry now over to Nurse, left wing point. Off the corner boards, it goes behind the net. Vlasic had to deal with Derek Ryan. Donato will get it to the blue line, kept in by Podkolzin. He'll get it down low. Goes over to the boards. On the right wing, into the corner. Brody after it. Comes free to Donato. Donato, rim on the left side, but Podkolzin keeping it in for Edmonton. Now to Perry. Goes in behind the net. Pinned by TJ Brody. Athanasiou looking for a loose puck for the Blackhawks, and it does come free, and it goes to McDavid, back to the left wing point. Dermott will shoot. It didn't get through. Lots of traffic in front of the net. Cleared out by Brody down the right side to Donato. One-on-one with Nurse. Donato a couple of moves, and his backhand goes off of Nurse, and the puck in behind the net.
Good job defending that one by Nurse. Get it up the ice here, Evan.
Long pass up the left wing. We'll go to Hyman. Just into the Chicago end, left side. Nugent Hopkins spins towards the left wing boards. Back to the blue line. Ekholm, his shot. Save Mrazek. The rebound loose right in front of his pad. And now finally covered up by Mrazek as McDavid was looking for that loose puck. We're tied at 1. We played 7 minutes, 5 seconds of the second period. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. This is Four Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. The Oilers and the Blackhawks. 7 minutes, 5 seconds gone here in the second. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. Oilers with Calgary in town tomorrow. Philadelphia on Tuesday. Oil Kings hosting Vancouver Monday at noon. Rogers Place awfully busy with hockey here over the next few days. Kurashev scoring in the first for Chicago. Corey Perry has the goal for Edmonton here in the second. Face off in the Chicago end. It comes up to the left wing point, just out off the stick of Anderson. Skating onto it. Dickinson. Poke it into the right wing corner. Go after it behind the Oiler net. His pass goes right to Nugent Hopkins of Edmonton. Off the right wing boards and out. Mark brought in on the left wing. McCabe to the left wing corner. Now it comes out. Anderson will shoot it. That was blocked, and it goes out through the middle. Flying after it on the forecheck was Hyman, and he got knocked into the net. It went off his stick. The net gets bumped off the moorings in behind Mrazek, so we get the whistle. But good speed by Zach Hyman. Martinez almost lost it to Hyman, but Hyman into the net, and it goes off the moorings. Face-off will come outside.
They're going to have a couple of pretty good young defensemen coming. Second overall pick this year. Artem Levshunov, who played last year at Michigan State, out with a foot injury right now. Then obviously Korchinski,
yeah.
Right? Like that's two pretty high-end guys.
Arvidsson left wing corner, goes cross ice. It's in behind Bouchard, and now brought out by Taylor Hall. Goes into the Oiler and left wing corner. Hall stops left wing, drops it. It comes in behind the net. Brought over to the right side. Kurashev behind the goal. Murphy put it in front. Bertuzzi couldn't get his stick on it. Draisaitl goes the other way for Edmonton. Down the right wing. Into the Chicago zone. Goes to the corner. Now in behind the net. He'll center that off of Murphy. It stays in behind the goal. Arvidsson. He gets knocked down. Puck brought out right side. Save made by Mrazek off of Skinner. And it gets cleared. That's center ice is Emberson for Edmonton.
Don't think Draisaitl like the takeout there from Martinez on Arvidsson. He got all of them.
Yeah, Arvidsson got drilled on the end boards. The Oiler blue line, Kulak to Henrique. Now on the right wing, Connor Brown rips a shot and a right pad save made by Mrazek. Bedard will get it out, but then checked by Janmark. Murphy will go through the middle. To Foligno, now Teravainen to Foligno to Bedard, the shot, and his stick was lifted, but a penalty coming up. Bedard got taken out. It's going to be a hooking call, and the Oilers are about to be shorthanded. Janmark will go to the box.
Well, I'd say that's a good penalty to take.
Probably saved a goal.
But again, right through Emberson. He doesn't knock the puck down.
Yeah, that was a good play by Janmark. You'll take that penalty. Otherwise, Bedard had a tap in.
Now, the Oilers' penalty kill wasn't great. Fans don't like it. I think Bedard sold it. Got to win draws.
Penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers able to clear it all the way down. Oiler penalty kill only went 1 for 3 against Winnipeg in game 1. Chicago 0 for 4 on the power play so far this season. Puck gets turned over at the blue line. Nugent Hopkins through the middle looking for Ryan, but he got caught on the play by Jones. Foligno to Jones.
One of the problems here with Janmark in the box.
Key penalty killer.
Yeah.
Now Bedard will bring it in. Over to Foligno into the left wing corner of the Edmonton end. Behind the net, Nurse was able to rim it. It hits Jones, it comes out. Now Henrique putting the pressure, but Seth Jones able to recover to Bertuzzi. Wrap it on the left wing, pinching down Foligno. Puck stays in. Teravainen to Bedard, now to Foligno, into the slot. Jones tried to shoot it, but diving in front and knocking it away was Arvidsson. Puck behind the net. Foligno. On the left wing, it comes back to the point. Jones over to Bedard. To Jones, will shoot, scores. Seth Jones let it go from the point. It squeezes through Calvin Pickard. And it's a 2-1 Chicago lead.
Need a save here at some point if you're Edmonton. Sorry, but right through the wickets.
Seth Jones' goal. Jones playing in his 800th NHL game has given the Chicago Blackhawks 2-1 lead. Time of the goal, 10:19 of this second period. Chicago goes 1-for-1 on the power play.
Well, who do you need to have as your best penalty killer, Cam?
Your goaltender.
Oilers are 1-for-4 in the PK this year. They've scored on 3 out of 4 shorthanded situations. Incredibly reminiscent of what happened last year at the start of the year.
Went out from behind his own net. Dermott got it up the left wing and out. Oilers down by 1 here in the second. Brody to Vlasic from the Chicago end. To Brody up the right wing. To Athanasiou, got stood up at the blue line by Dermott. Dermott gets control of the puck. For Bouchard. For Dermott up the left wing to Draisaitl. He's into the Chicago end. Left wing to McDavid. Goes to the left wing corner. The angle shot off the stick of Athanasiou. Goes to the blue line. Bouchard across to Dermott. Drops the puck at the point to Draisaitl. Cross ice to McDavid. He's got it on the right wing. It's chopped off his stick, and Donato will bring it out for the Hawks. Couldn't get a pass through to Athanasiou. Turning it up is Bouchard for Edmonton. 8:35 to go in the second. 2-1 Chicago leading. Puck brought in by Bouchard, but Hyman was in early. That's offside against Edmonton. We'll take a break. Chicago leading Edmonton 2-1 here in the second. 8:31 to go in this period. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. We are here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 2-1. Chicago leading Edmonton. 8:31 to go in the second period. Kurashev and Jones scoring for Chicago. Perry has the goal for Edmonton. On that last goal by Jones, Bedard and Teravainen pick up the assist. Power play goal at 10:19 of this second period. Face off outside the Chicago blue line. McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins, and Hyman on the ice with Ekholm and Bouchard. Dropped it once. It wasn't right. We'll do it again. Goes between the Chicago defensemen, so Kaiser has to go in behind his goal. Up the left side, it won't get out. Hyman's going to keep it in for Edmonton. Put it in behind the net. Murphy there for Chicago. Up the right wing, off of Bertuzzi and out. Bouchard in pursuit. Kurashev right on him. It goes in behind the goal. Bertuzzi, right wing to Hall. Come up top of the circle. Lost it to Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins into the Chicago end. Left wing to McDavid. Turns back towards the boards. Gives it to Ekholm. His shot. And that one pinballs but never gets through. And Kurashev will clear it.
I like the switch of the matchup, though, those lines.
Long pass through the middle. Off a stick goes into the Chicago end. Oilers will make a quick change. Martinez across to Murphy. Up the right wing. One-handed into the Oiler end by Dickinson. He'll go after it in the right corner. Pinned by Kulak. Henrique in there as well for the Oilers. So is Anderson of Chicago as they've got it up against the corner boards inside the Edmonton zone. Dug out by Anderson to the left wing point to Martinez. A shot towards the net. Off the body goes to Dickinson. His shot and it's saved made by Pickard. Puck to the middle. Jeff Skinner will get it out. Down the left wing. Brought in by Connor Brown. Stops up. Shoots. Save made by Mrazek. He's able to squeeze it. 7:05 to go in the second period. Chicago up 2-1 on Edmonton.
Good change of the lines here. Skinner, Henrique, and Brown playing together. Looks like Janmark's going to get a chance, even though he took the penalty. Maybe they're going to put Janmark up with Draisaitl. Nope. Leon's going to come out here with Arvidsson and Perry.
Saddle to the blue line. Kulak, left side. Emerson will shoot it. That one hit Arvidsson. Puck goes to the left wing. Top of the circle, and Teravainen's going to bring it out. 3-on-2 for Chicago. To Bedard. Cuts through the middle. Shoots. Scores. Connor Bedard wires it glove side on Pickard, and it's 3-1 for the Blackhawks.
Oh, it's a great shot, but you need a save there. Oilers didn't get the puck through on an extended sequence, and then Bedard rips one high glove on Calvin Pickard. And Bedard's got a goal and assist here in the last 4 minutes of this game.
13:58, time of the goal for Connor Bedard. His first goal of the season. Go along with now 3 assists. On the season. Has a goal and a helper in this game. As Bob had just mentioned. Back on the left wing. Janmark will get it out for Edmonton. Left wing to Ryan. Off the boards and in. Seth Jones. Gives the puck to Athanasiou. Will get it out. That hops over the stick of Donato. Goes deep into the Oiler end. Dermott turns it up the left wing. Now to Janmark. He got tripped by Athanasiou. Puck comes to center ice. Puck brought in by Donato. To the left wing point. Martinez waiting. Shooting. That doesn't get through. Puck bouncing around. Goes over to the left wing. Janmark off of Perry. And it comes out. Bedard from Teravainen. 13:58. Make it 3-1 Chicago. Puck cleared. Janmark got it out to center, and it's Taylor Hall for Chicago. At the middle of Murphy, now to Hall. Brings it in on the left wing, runs right into Dermott. Got the glove up high on Travis Dermott. Puck to center ice. Nurse will shoot it. Save made by Mrazek. That rebound bounced right out. And Bertuzzi on the right wing to Kurashev as he gets to center. Into the middle of Bertuzzi. Left wing to Hall. Across to Kurashev. One-timer and a pad save made by Calvin Pickard. Puck in the left wing corner. Hall. Watched by Nugent Hopkins. Behind the net to Bertuzzi. Chops it around to the right wing point for Murphy. His return pass to Bertuzzi. Stepping in front of it was Ekholm. He'll get it out to McDavid. Now on the right to Nugent Hopkins. In over the Chicago line. Waiting to Bouchard. To Nugent Hopkins. A shot. Saved by Mrazek. Puck behind the net. Hyman over to the left wing. Oilers down by a couple here in the second. Hyman up to the blue line. To Bouchard. Now on the left. McDavid to Hyman. And somehow it goes just wide of the net. And the puck shot towards the goal by Ekholm. Stopped by Mrazek. The puck cleared out. Anderson of center ice will shoot it in. Under 4 to go in the second. 3-1 Chicago lead. Centering pass. The shot save made by Pickard off of Dickinson. He was all alone in front of the Edmonton net. Puck cleared out. Skinner will shoot it in off the end glass. Puck goes to the left wing corner in the Chicago zone. It's up near the top of the circle. Henry trying to get control. Instead it comes out. Mikheyev put it through the middle and Kulak will turn it up. Comes into the Chicago end, drives down the right side, stops in the right wing corner. Vlasic took it away, went in behind the goal. Vlasic off the left wing glass to Teravainen. He'll get it down the ice, won't be hard enough for icing. Kulak on the right wing to Emberson. He'll clear it out. Up to Connor Brown. He was able to dump it in. Brody rimming it to Foligno. Gets the center ice to Bedard. Comes flying in. Bedard will shoot off the stick of Nurse. It goes over the Oiler net. The left wing puck cleared. 2:48 to go in the second. 3-1 Chicago leads. Crowd kind of urged the Oilers to get to within 1 here.
Oilers need a change here.
Pass comes across Bedard in front of the net. A shot went off the end of his stick.
They're lucky. They need a change. This line's too slow.
Mark gets to center ice. Jeff Skinner will bring it in for Edmonton. His shot off of Murphy. It goes wide. Athanasiou will go high in the air and out with it. Ekholm dealing with a bouncing puck. His pass knocked down by Donato.
With 2 minutes, 34 seconds left in the second period, the Chicago Blackhawks are beating the Edmonton Oilers 3-1.
3-1. We'll be right back from Rogers Place in downtown Edmonton. This is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Our people, our team. It's what business owners almost always say is their most important resource. But strong businesses don't just find great people. They make sure their teams stay healthy, engaged, and performing at their best. A benefits plan from Alberta Blue Cross is more than just drug and dental. They support the whole person with flexible coverage levels that fit the size and circumstance of your business. Find a plan that gets results at ab.bluecross.ca.
Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Loyal to the oil, in Edmonton we trust. Rising to the top like a pizza crust. Got the flavors to play, yeah, cooking on ice. Hunger happens, gotta score a slice. Let's go Oilers, each time unite. Ice District to Jasper, downtown to White. Wearing orange and blue, game on the street. Make the right call, Pizza 73.
Let's go Oilers, 737373, Pizza 73.
You can't predict exactly how your harvest will go. So here's the next best thing. InVigorResults.ca. Featuring localized and replicated trial results, you can see how InVigor canola hybrids could perform in your fields. But more importantly, the results demonstrate our consistent track record and undisputed leadership, giving you the confidence to flex your harvest muscle season after season. Go to InVigorResults.ca to see results in your area today.
All games, all seasons.
You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
3-1, Chicago leading Edmonton. 2:11 to go in the second period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're here at Rogers Place. Shots now 22-17 in favor of the Oilers.
Chris Knobloch looking for anything to get his team going. He's got Colson again with Arvidsson and Skinner again. With Arvidsson and Draisaitl.
Todd Colson will skate it out of the Edmonton zone, off the left wing boards and in. Bedard through the middle, able to float it out. It goes up on end. It will be icing. Kurashev, Jones, and Bedard scoring for Chicago. It's been Perry for Edmonton. Now last goal, Bedard from Teravainen, and now Brody. An assist has been added on that one. That was at 13:58 of the second period. Face off to the right of Mrazek. Draisaitl in the face-off circle with Bedard. Having a tough time getting that puck dropped. Now they got it down to the ice. Ekholm in from the left wing point, shoots it, misses on the short side. Puck comes up to the blue line. Bouchard kept it in to Draisaitl along the right wing boards. Ties up with Martinez. Now it goes to Podkolzin. He'll give it to Draisaitl. Over to Arvidsson. Arvidsson back to the left wing point. Ekholm, Arvidsson to Ekholm. We got it in front of the net. Draisaitl. He'll get it right wing. Out to Podkolzin. It went off the end of his stick. Would have had a good chance. And it goes in behind the net. Jones into the corner for Chicago. Now on the right to Alec Martinez. Up the boards, kept in by Matthias Ekholm. Jones off the left wing glass. That's knocked down by Nugent Hopkins. He kept it in right side to Draisaitl. Waiting with it. Goes to the right corner to Bouchard, and he hammers it off a stick that goes out of play. 1:05 to go here in the second period. Oilers down by 2. Face off to the left of Peter Mrazek. McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Hyman on the ice with Nurse and Dermott. McDavid wins the draw. Dermott on the right point. Rims goes off the skate of Nugent Hopkins. Over to Anderson. It comes out. We're into the last minute here in the second. Hyman turns it right back into the Chicago zone. Goes to the right wing corner. Runs into TJ Brody. Loose puck to Nugent Hopkins. Skates up the right wing. Cycles it to McDavid. To the left wing point. Nurse will shoot. Saved by Mrazek. It hit a stick and then hit Mrazek right in the logo, and the puck cleared out. Dermott at center ice. Dump it right back in. 34 seconds to go here in the second. 3-1 Chicago leads. It's up against the left wing boards in the Blackhawk end. McDavid trying to get it free. Anderson skates to the point it goes to Nurse. His shot, glove saved by Mrazek. Hold on. We got 16 seconds to go here in the second period. It's two good shifts.
Great opportunity for Podkolzin on a center from Draisaitl. And Vancouver partisans would tell you that's part of why Podkolzin was available, just an inability to finish in those situations. Did have 14 goals a couple of years ago.
Draisaitl taking that draw in the Chicago zone. Gets puck back to the point. Bouchard has it, left point, walks to the middle right side, and off the stick. Draisaitl goes into the corner. Draisaitl couldn't get it through to Henry. Goes to the point. Bouchard will blast it off the outside of the net. And behind the goal, Perry centers, and the second period comes to a close. 3-1 Chicago leads.
Got some more to do. Got some more to do, Cam.
Oh, they're getting chances. They just haven't been able to finish.
And Chicago did on two opportunities. One on the power play, and the wrong guy got the puck on a rush. Connor Bedard, who's got a top 5 shot in the league, and just snapped one home. Edmonton down by 2. They got to dig in.
3-1, Chicago leading through 40 minutes. Kurashev, Jones, and Bedard scoring for the Blackhawks.
Paris Radio Network.
3-1, Chicago leads. We get ready for the third period of play. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. Oilers with some work to do here in the third period. It'll be McDavid, Hyman, and Nugent-Hopkins to start off this third with Ekholm and Bouchard on the back end. Up against the Chicago top line of Bedard, Teravainen, Foligno with Martinez and Jones. Puck goes to Bouchard. Up the right wing to Nugent-Hopkins. Goes into the Chicago end. Jones to the end boards. It'll be Martinez able to clear it out. He'll find Jones on the right side. He'll snap the puck into the Edmonton end. It rims on the left. Bouchard to Ekholm, around to the point. Jones will keep it in for Chicago. Teravainen's pass to the corner to Foligno. Stepping in front, Ekholm to Bouchard. Will get it to the line. Doesn't get out. Teravainen on the left side for Bedard. Put it up top of the circle, and it was McDavid to get it out. Oilers down by a couple. Start off this third period. Foligno will dump it in. Pickard leaves it behind the goal. Ekholm to Draisaitl, and his pass off a stick goes right to Dickinson. Shot it wide of the net. Now it's Mikheyev right corner to Dickinson. Up to the top of the circle. Cycles the puck. Ekholm plays the puck to Skinner. He'll get it out. To Draisaitl over the blue line of the Blackhawks. He'll dump it in. It goes in behind the net. Brody off the left wing boards it out. Goes off an Oilers stick. It won't be icing. Nurse to Draisaitl. Now it's center ice for Arvidsson. Arvidsson will dump it in. Mrazek out of his goal. To the corner to Vlasic. Vlasic lost it. Here's Arvidsson. A shot and a save made by Mrazek. Victor Arvidsson with a good opportunity. Puck comes to center. Kurashev to Vlasic. Will take it into his own end. Now to Murphy. He'll go behind the net. Murphy to Vlasic. Cross ice, that pass in behind. It's kept in on the right side. Henrique to the corner. He was looking for Skinner. Puck goes to the right wing point. Emberson rims it on the left. Kulak in from the left side. Puck cleared out though. Emberson at center ice through the middle. Henrique to Brown left side. One time just wide of the net by Skinner. Jeff Skinner right wing back to the point for Emberson. Now on the right side, it goes to Henrique. His pass off the stick of Hall. It goes wide of the net. It's Brown on the end boards. Brown on the left wing for Dermott. Misses him on the left point, and it'll go down the ice. 2.5 gone here in the third. 3-1, Chicago leads. Janmark to dump it in. Mrazek out to play it. Rims it. It hits Matthias Janmark. Brody finds a loose puck for Chicago. Up the right wing to Maroon. Looking for Donato, and then Dermott got dumped down by Donato. Penalty coming up to Chicago as they touch it.
Well, you need one here if you're Edmonton. You got to jump start things offensively. Not a great penalty for Ryan Donato. He's on the UFA line. Playing with Athanasiou. And Pat Maroon. And that's no doubt about it. Donato's had double-digit goals multiple times in his career.
Power play presented by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Oilers 0 for 1 with a man advantage in this game.
Terrible play.
Pass got picked off by Jones. He'll get it down the ice.
He got a chance for a shot right off the draw. Instead, pass it backwards and then throw the puck away.
Bouchard's pass off a skate. Dickinson's going to bring it in. He'll go through the middle. His shot wide of the Edmonton net. Nugent Hopkins will come right through the middle of the ice. On the right wing to Draisaitl. Bumps it back to McDavid. Now on the left side to Nugent Hopkins to McDavid. Rims around on the right. Oilers down by a couple here in the third period to the blue line. Bouchard over to Nugent Hopkins. Comes down the left wing. Stops in the left wing corner. To the blue line to Bouchard. Now to Nugent Hopkins. He'll bring it out. Pass across. That went off a skate. And Anderson couldn't get it out. The puck goes to the right wing corner. McDavid. Around the top of the circle. Now to Draisaitl. Trying to get a return pass. Here's McDavid to the middle. A backhand off a stick. Goes to the left corner. McDavid has it left wing to the blue line to Bouchard. Over to McDavid. Into the corner. Nugent Hopkins to Bouchard. He'll walk in. The shot off the arm of Mrazek.
Great save. Best save of the game from Mrazek. Pushed off the post there. Great core strength. Cut the angle down. Comes
right out to the neutral zone. Brought in by McDavid on the right wing. 35 seconds to go in the man advantage. McDavid right side. We'll go in behind the net. On the left to Nugent Hopkins. He's about top of the circle to McDavid. To the right wing point. Bouchard fakes the shot. His pass to Draisaitl off a stick. Hits the end glass. Right wing. It's Nugent Hopkins. To the blue line. To Bouchard. Now to Nugent Hopkins. Down the right wing boards to Draisaitl. Bring it up top of the circle. Nugent Hopkins centering pass. That one glances off a skate. Comes back to the point. Bouchard has it in the middle. Left wing corner to Draisaitl. Penalty just about done. To Bouchard. His shot. That was blocked by Foligno. Now 5-on-5. Puck cleared out. And it'll go on net. Pickard's got to cover it. Donato is out of the box. Oilers 0 for 2 with the man advantage. 5 minutes, 3 seconds gone here in the third. 3-1 Chicago leads.
How many times did they pass off one-timer opportunity? Right? I mean, just a great save. The best look came to Bouchard. Mrazek's had a great start as well. I mean, he's up to 25 saves in this game. Goaltending's been the difference.
Oilers have outchanced them, outshot by every metric except
the one that matters.
Scoreboard. Yeah, the one that matters. Exactly.
Draisaitl's still on the ice here.
Long chip. Face off to the right of Pickard. Left wing, Kurashev down the left wing boards. Puck does come loose. It goes right to McDavid. He'll come flying out. Now in over the line on the right wing. Stops up, goes into the corner. Got it behind the net. Hyman goes back there. It's poked away. Bedard up the right wing boards. Penalty coming up.
I think it's going to be roughing on McDavid.
I think you're right. And the Blackhawks are about to go on their second power play of the game. And it is McDavid for roughing. Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Chicago 1 for 1 with a man advantage. Face off to the right of Pickard.
You better kill this one off or you got no chance.
Exactly. Have to kill this off. Derek Ryan taking the draw against Foligno, and the puck back to the left wing point. Crowd reacting to the replay of the penalty. Puck in the left corner. Bedard out to Jones. Now on the right side. Played in front. Scores. That one went off a stick up in the air and past Pickard. It's a power play goal just 10 seconds into the man advantage as Teravainen let it go from the right side, and it's 4-1 Chicago. That went off That go off a Nurse? I think it did.
Yeah.
Teravainen was trying to center it. I think it hit Nurse. Might have hit somebody else as well. Either way, it's 4-1 for Chicago. It should be Teravainen's goal, I believe.
It'll be his second of the year, but
it hit Nurse's stick. Yeah, it went up and over and in. So it was a bank shot.
4-19, say what you want. Horribly unlucky, but
yeah. That was horribly unlucky. On the left wing, Skinner will dump it in. Mrazek out of his net. Puck goes to Skinner. Shoots it towards the goal. Instead it goes to Henrique. Out to Skinner. His shot misses on the short side. Skinner now on the right. It goes to Dermott on the point. It does come out. Donato into the Edmonton zone through the middle, but there was Nurse. He's able to clear it out. Arvidsson will go flying after it. Takes it into the Chicago end. Goes in behind the net. Victor Arvidsson stops in the right wing corner. Back behind the goal. Gets away from Jones on the left side. The shot and the save made by Mrazek. Held on as Henrique let it go off the left wing. We're going to take a break. 4-1. Chicago leading the Oilers. 6 minutes, 22 seconds gone here in the third period. From Rogers Place, we'll be right back. This is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. Moon and Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. 4-1. Chicago leads Edmonton. 6:22 gone in the third. The last goal, Teravainen, second of the year from Jones and Bedard on the power play at 5:35. Face off to the right of Mrazek. Right wing point, Emberson is shot, and it's steered aside by Mrazek. On the right wing point, Emberson. Rims low. Corey Perry, the Oiler goal scorer here this evening. On the end boards. Gets it back to the left wing point. Kulak to Emberson. Emberson will shoot it. That one doesn't get through. Comes back. Emberson, his shot. That goes high and wide. I don't think Mrazek ever saw it. Puck on the left wing point. Kulak kept it in. Into the middle of Ryan. Gets it left wing corner. Kulak from the angle. Save made by Mrazek. Emberson has to come in from the right wing point. To Derek Ryan, now in the right corner. Puck pulls in. He's going to walk out, and his shot blocked. It goes off of Martinez. Puck back to the blue line. Shot by Emberson doesn't get through. Ryan has it. Now the puck pulls in, and he was checked by Bertuzzi. Puck cleared out, and it will be just wide of the Oiler net, and it's an icing call against Chicago.
Calgary leading the Flyers 3-2 after 2. This despite the fact.
What are the shots now?
31 for Philadelphia, 16 for Calgary. So Dustin Wolf giving them a good start. Colorado lost tonight 6-4. Alexander Georgiev got pulled for the second consecutive game. So Colorado, like Edmonton, having some challenges out of the gate.
Off the draw in the Chicago zone. Seth Jones out from behind his net. Up the left side to Taylor Hall. Center ice. He'll dump it out of play, though. So we get a neutral zone face-off. Shots now 29-19 for Edmonton. They're down 4-1. We're 7.5 into the third period.
Well, this is not going to quell the nervousness.
Yes.
Oilers Nation, here we go again.
Yeah. Puck rimmed into the Oilers zone. Bouchard get it up to the blue line. Teravainen kept it in. Goes right to Matthias Ekholm. Slide that up to center ice. Following the play was Bouchard. His passing off the stick of Connor Brown. Bouchard with it again. Through the middle, but off a Chicago stick. Goes deep into the Blackhawk end. Murphy on the end boards being pressured by Matthias Janmark. Comes loose to Brown. To the right point. Bouchard is shot wide. Comes off the end boards from the angle. And letting that go was Henrique. Misses on the short side. Puck cleared out. Ekholm at center. Now to Janmark to Bouchard. Has to go back into his own end. Cross to Ekholm. Up the right wing. Draisaitl is able to dump that puck in. Skinner gets to it first for Edmonton. Jeff Skinner off the left wing boards. Cross ice pass to Dermott. In from the right point. His centering pass. Scores! Redirected deflected in front of the net by Arvidsson. And the Oilers have cut that Chicago lead to 4-2.
This one's going to get challenged by Luke Richardson. Victor Arvidsson was right in front of the net. Peter Mrazek says he was pushed into a goal by Arvidsson, and I believe the Blackhawks are going to challenge here right away. That's this coming back. It's not going to count.
Yeah.
There's no way. Because he's in there on his own accord.
And he pushes himself and Brody right into Mrazek.
Chicago's challenging to play for goaltender.
No kidding.
It's not going to count. It's not going to be a goal. I mean, basically, Arvidsson burrowed right in there.
Yeah.
And Mrazek, it's no way. It's not a goal.
Alarm set for 6:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Fine. But
he's in the crease. He pushes Brody right into Mrazek.
This decision should not take more than a minute. It's going to remain a 4-1 game here.
Although Arvidsson never makes contact with the netminder. What do you think?
No, it's not counting.
Hey, I'm looking for something here.
I'm assessing this honestly, and I don't think it's going to count. Yeah, quick decision. Here we go. No goal.
Here's the call.
It'll be coming back. No goal.
After coach's challenge, goaltender interference, it was determined that there was goaltender interference, therefore we have no goal.
So it's still 4-1.
Sorry, it's the right call. No. That's an opposite scenario against the Oilers in front of the net. Calvin Pickard getting knocked into his crease, or into the back of the goal. Ass over tea kettle. You'd want that one pulled back too.
Face off outside the Chicago blue line. Puck brought in on the right wing as Anderson, right wing corner. To Mikheyev. Now Anderson is caught up in his skates, comes loose to Dickinson from the angle. The shot, that one doesn't get through. And Dermott finds a loose puck. Rims on the left to Skinner. Now to Nurse. Right wing Arvidsson comes into the Chicago zone. To Draisaitl. Tried to go a pass through the middle. It was blocked, but he gets it right back. Back to the point. Goes to Arvidsson now on the right wing. Will shoot it. And that's just off of Vlasic, goes wide. Vlasic comes out from behind the net. Penalty coming up to Chicago as Jeff Skinner got tackled in front of the net by Seth Jones. And Edmonton will get their third power play. They're down 4-1 here in the third period, but an opportunity for the man advantage.
Well, it's the most spark we've seen out of Skinner here as this game's going on. And he made sure he sold it.
Face off to the right of Mrazek. Power play brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at ATCOenergy.com.
You have to win draws, Reese. Look out.
Oilers lost the draw, but Martinez shot it over the glass. He's saying it went off a Oilers stick.
I think it went off Hyman's stick here.
I think it did too, but they are going to confer about it. Of course, the crowd is great assistance, of course, saying that it went straight out.
That went off of Hyman's stick, didn't it?
I saw a replay that wasn't conclusive, but let's see this.
Yes.
That's
conclusive.
Yeah. That
went off his stick.
No, but from the other side, it wasn't conclusive. From that angle, it absolutely was. Yeah, that's the right call. So still 5-on-4.
Leon's got to win the draw here, though.
Face off to the left of Mrazek. Puck goes to the right wing point. McDavid, puck comes to the middle. Nugent Hopkins with a shot just wide of the net.
It's not like they haven't had their chances.
Had plenty of it.
It's incredible.
Puck to the blue line. McDavid right side. Draisaitl shot. And that whistles wide. Puck on the left wing point. And it's McDavid down the left side. Over to Draisaitl. It's broken up. To the right wing point. Bouchard. Across to Nugent-Hopkins. Left side. To the blue line to Bouchard. Brings it to the middle. To Nugent-Hopkins. Out of the corner. To Draisaitl. To McDavid. To Draisaitl. Scores! Leon Draisaitl. Power play goal. Oilers cut the Chicago lead to 4-2.
Well, that's where they're at their best. Right? Like just chaos in front of the net because you take it to the goal. Draisaitl's first shot blocked, but David gives it back to Leon. There's nothing Mrazek can do. It's completely out of position. So you're saying there's a chance.
10:01 time of the goal. Edmonton now 1 for 3 on the power play. They're within 2, and there's still half a period to go.
Edmonton's 1 for 3. The problem is Chicago is 2 for 2. The Oilers have only killed off 1 of 5 shorthanded situations.
Up the right wing. Henrique directs it in. Mrazek to play. It goes off the glass. Comes out to Donato.
This is an interesting decision who they put out there. 4th line on the ice for the Hawks.
Here's Podkolzin. Right up the left wing to Nurse. It's center ice. He'll shoot it into the Chicago zone. Brody in behind the net. Has to deal with some heavy forecheck by Vasily Podkolzin. Puck cleared out by Athanasiou, and it'll be an icing call. Draisaitl from McDavid at 10:01. Oh, Nugent-Hopkins gets his 700th point. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gets the second assist.
Okay, now you got their 4th line on the ice.
Yep.
Athanasiou in there against Draisaitl. You got to win the draw if you're Leon. Not get waved out of the circle.
Draisaitl wins it. Ekholm to Bouchard, right wing McDavid in front of the net, and Draisaitl couldn't get his stick on it. Ekholm has it left wing point. Down low to Draisaitl. Now Brody stepping in there for Chicago to Vlasic. Comes out from behind his goal. 4-2. Chicago leads. We're here in the third. Donato gets to center, dumps it in. Pickard will set it. Up the right wing, Draisaitl. In over the Chicago line. Drops it to Hyman. His shot. And that one blocked. It hit Martinez. He's slow to get up. The puck cleared out by Hall. It's going to be an icing call.
They're going to let Martinez get off the ice here, aren't they?
I think his shot blocker came off his skate.
He's staying out there.
No, he just took the shot blocker off.
Yep, so that's going to...
8:38 to go in the third.
Got to keep it going if you're Edmonton.
Ace out to the left of Mrazek. Goes to Emberson on the right wing point. Comes down the right side. He'll shoot it. Saved by Mrazek. Big rebound. And chopped back to the blue line. Emberson went to keep it in. Hit Hall with it. And it comes out.
One thing about Emerson, he's getting pucks through.
Sent right back into the Chicago zone. Janmark along the left wing boards, but Bertuzzi able to clear it. Emberson at his own blue line. Up the right wing. Off of Derek Ryan and in. Flying in is Connor Brown. Sweeps it back to the left point. Shot from the point doesn't get through. Kulak had let it go, and it does come out. Hall comes into the Oilers zone. Hall will shoot it. Blocked by Emberson. Kulak in his own end on the right wing. Gave it to Connor Brown. Back to Ty Emberson. 4-2 Chicago. 7:45 to go here in the third period. Now to Draisaitl. At center ice. Gives the puck to Jeff Skinner. Goes to the left wing corner. Now to Draisaitl. Cycles it to Skinner. Skinner pulls towards the net and is shot high and wide, but he got a lot on it. Nurse keeps it in right wing point to Arvidsson. His centering pass. Oh, that just missed Skinner. Goes to the right point. Nurse to Draisaitl. Back to Nurse. He'll shoot from the right point. Blocked in front of the net. Martinez will get it up in the air and out. Draisaitl at his own blue. Pass through the middle, broken up by Teravainen. On the left wing, Mikheyev goes deep into the Oilers zone to Dickinson. Dickinson on the end boards. A couple of moves to Mikheyev. Couldn't get that in front of the net. Perry will get it out. Perry down the right wing into the Chicago end on the right side. Trying to drop that to Jeff Skinner. Strong work along the boards by Skinner to the blue line. Emberson shot. Misses on the short side. Anderson can't clear it out. Henrique kept it in. Dickinson with a chance. Off the boards all the way down. Icing against Chicago. 6:27 to go in the third. 4-2. Blackhawks lead, but the Oilers starting to press.
Yeah, Edmonton bringing the heat here. Still need another one in the next couple minutes. But Emerson, Cam, he's getting pucks on the net. He's making quick, decisive plays offensively, looking a little bit more settled after going -4 in his first 5 periods as an Oiler.
Face off to the right of Mrazek. Along the left wing, it's Hyman. He'll turn, he'll shoot it. And that one off a body. It goes wide of the net. But cleared out by Dickinson. It'll be another icing call against Chicago.
They blocked 29 shots in this game.
And the Oilers got 32 on the net.
Just to put things in perspective, and it's just stats, and they say stats are for losers. Do you want to know what the updated high danger scoring chances are?
I'd love to know.
In this game? 5-on-5.
Yeah.
10-1 for Edmonton. Updated scoring chances.
That doesn't
high
seem
danger
right.
At 5-on-5.
Face off to the right of Mrazek. Puck gets to the middle of the ice. Shot by Bouchard off a stick and out. We'll take a break. We got 6:08 to go in the third period. 4-2. Blackhawks lead the Oilers, but the Oilers are pressing. From Rogers Place in downtown Edmonton, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We're here at the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and home payments, no interest for 1 year. 4-2 Chicago lead. 6:08 to go here in the third period.
They're going to need at least 10 more shots to get a chance to even this game up.
Oilers win the draw. Bouchard fakes the shot, waits, now lets it go off a stick, up in the air. Anderson will get it to the line.
See what I mean, Cam? Like Bouch isn't getting that shot through.
Goes to McDavid, he'll bring it in. Left side to Nugent Hopkins, up to the top of the circle to McDavid. McDavid, pass for Matthias Ekholm. It's in behind him. It goes to the right corner. Sent up and out by Kurashev. Ekholm will drill it right back into the Blackhawks end. Hyman on the forecheck on the right wing. Nugent Hopkins in there too. They get it free to McDavid. Has it on the left wing to the blue line. Matthias Ekholm across the line to Bouchard. In behind the net, Hyman. Left wing corner to McDavid. He'll make a couple of moves. His pass in front of the net. It goes off a stick. Bouchard is pinched in. Puck to the right corner. Kurashev can't clear it out. Kept in by Nugent Hopkins. It's across the blue line. Got it down the right wing. There's nobody there for the Oilers. And it's Vlasic to get it out to Bertuzzi. They'll roll it on net. Pickard sweeps it over to Ekholm. He's got Hall on him. And Ekholm wins the battle. Up the left wing. Out to center ice to Draisaitl. Into the Chicago end on the left wing. Stops on that left side. Couldn't get a pass through to Arvidsson. Comes back to Draisaitl. Now to Arvidsson off the right. In front of the net. It comes through the slot all the way near the blue line. And Foligno will get it out. 4:35 to go in the third. 4-2 Chicago leads. Arvidsson at center ice to Skinner. Into the Chicago zone on the right wing. Takes a bump from Kaiser. Puck cleared out. Emberson over to Kulak. Now it's sent in on the right wing. Draisaitl gets to it, and he goes in behind the net over to the left. Out to the top of the circle of the blue line. Kulak with a shot, and that's off the arm of Mrazek. Along the right wing boards in the Chicago zone. Arvidsson behind the goal for Draisaitl. Out to the right wing corner to Skinner. Threw it in front, went through the crease over to the left wing. Back to the left wing point. Kulak to Arvidsson, left corner. Being contained by Murphy. Loose puck to Bedard. He'll get it up the right wing to Foligno. He was able to just get it out. Kulak goes in behind the Oiler net. 3:40 to go in the third. 4-2 Blackhawks lead. Kulak through the middle. Puck goes off a stick. Rolls right down to Mrazek. He's going to cover that up. And there'll be a face-off in the Chicago zone. We're going to take a break. 3:33 to go in the third. 4-2. Blackhawks lead the Oilers from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. Down the ice, and that is an icing call with 3:18 to go here in the third. Face-off will be to the right of Mrazek. So Pickard on the bench for the extra attacker. Oilers down by 2. Draisaitl taking the draw against Athanasiou. Puck goes behind the goal. Rim by Martinez. It's going to go down the ice. They'll be icing again. Shots are 31-19 for Edmonton. They're down by a couple. Face off to Mrazek's right. Back to the left wing point it goes. To Ekholm, left wing for Nugent-Hopkins. They'll take it into the corner. Now they'll go in behind the Edmonton net. On the right wing to McDavid. To the point, and Bouchard kept it in on the right side. It almost got out. Now Hyman to Draisaitl. Right corner. Looks in front of the goal. He'll wait. He'll pass it. It's blocked. Maroon went to get it out. He hit Donato with it. And Athanasiou will get it out. Now McDavid brings the puck into the Chicago end. Forced over to the left side. It comes loose. Anderson will flip it out. Bouchard to Nugent-Hopkins. 2:25 to go in the third. Oiler net empty. Edmonton down by 2. Puck dumped into the Chicago zone. Murphy off the left side, off the glass. Past Bouchard, it gets out. Matthias Ekholm up the left wing to Nugent-Hopkins. He's into the Chicago zone. Back to the blue line for Ekholm. Left wing corner to Nugent-Hopkins. Around to the right for Draisaitl. To the right wing point to Bouchard. Now over to Matthias Ekholm. Back to Bouchard. He'll take a snapshot. That pinballs. Loose puck. Off the outside of the post by Nugent-Hopkins. And the puck cleared out and down the ice. It'll be icing. Minute 47 to go in the third. 4-2 Chicago leads.
The gang that couldn't shoot straight here through the first couple of games. Triple deflection. It stays out. And Mrazek.
He get an arm on it?
Blocker.
He did.
That's a heck of a save. He's had a good game.
He's had a very good game. Puck rimmed on the left down the ice. It'll be icing against Chicago. Down to a minute 41. Oilers now with Perry, Henrique, Podkolzin, Brown.
Well, they're just trying to give their top guy 30 seconds, 40 seconds here. But they're going to find a way to get the puck to the net.
Puck goes to Dermott left point. Dermott across to Nurse. On the right side, Henrique to Nurse. Into the middle. We'll shoot it. That one goes to Mrazek. It's underneath him. He covers it up.
Well, he's had a night where pucks have hit him.
Yeah.
And think of some of the chances the Oilers had. Hyman early in the game, no score. Edmonton obviously yet to play with the lead this season through the first couple of games. The Oilers right now they're going to call a timeout here.
Yeah, makes sense. Minute 25 to go in the third. And get all their top guys back out there. But you're right. There was chance after chance to score goals. And whether that's great net minding by Peter Mrazek, whether it is unlucky, or whether it's not bearing down around the net, whatever it is. There was a lot of, feels like, goals that were left on the table.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's had a strong performance.
Yes.
But the Oilers haven't been sharp offensively either. Now you get one here in the next 35 seconds. We're having a little bit different conversations.
True. Okay, Draisaitl will take this draw against Jason Dickinson. It's to the right of Mrazek. Win it back to the point to Nugent Hopkins. Left wing to McDavid. His shot towards the net gets blocked, but he gets it back. Gives it to Nugent Hopkins to Bouchard. Couldn't get a pass through to McDavid. Puck comes out. Mikheyev's got an empty net. Mishandles it. He gets it back. Mikheyev will go to shoot it. And his stick lifted by Draisaitl. They'll call that hooking.
Well, that'll be all she wrote tonight.
That.
I'll let Mikheyev have that moment after the one that he didn't finish off in the breakaway. Game 7 for Vancouver against Edmonton.
So it'll be the third power play for Chicago. They're 2 for 2 with a man advantage.
Well, the Oilers have only killed off one of 5 shorthanded situations.
1 of 5. Penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Most nights you win this game.
You're right.
You don't win the game against Winnipeg, but most nights you win this game.
Yep, exactly. Pickard back into the net in the face-off in the Oilers' zone.
The other Guardian was terrific.
Yep. Vlasic on the left wing point. Now to Bedard. Last minute here in the third to Bedard. Goes across.
They're just going to pass it around. They won't even shoot.
To Jones. Teravainen to Jones on the right point. Now over to Vlasic. Across. The one-timer scores.
Or they will.
Or they will. Teravainen off the right wing. His one-timer makes it 5-2 for Chicago. And Chicago's 3 for 3 on the power play. 19-13 of that goal. And Teravainen, second of the night and third of the season.
Well, right now, if you question the amount of turnover that was on the Edmonton Oilers roster, losing some guys that could kill up front, like a McLeod and Fogle, some guys that could kill on defense, like Desharnais and Ceci.
With 47 seconds left in the third period, the Chicago Blackhawks are beating the Edmonton Oilers 5-2.
Todd Colson on the right wing. Get it out to Brown. Now to the point. Nurse will shoot it. Mrazek the save. Hold on to that. 17 seconds left to go in the third.
I think you do Arvidsson for Fogle all day, right? Just given, Arvidsson's a 5-time 20-goal scorer. He's had good connectivity with Draisaitl so far, but they're missing the speed a bit, no question, of a couple other guys here.
Emerson from the angle, save made by Mrazek. Kulak will give it to Brown, left point. And on the right side, a backhand towards the net. It goes over to Kulak, save made by Mrazek, and the game will come to a close. And the Chicago Blackhawks will get their first win of the year. They're starting off with 4 straight on the road. This is their third game. They're 1-1-1 now. 5-2 win over the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers dropped to 0-2. And the penalty.